Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Irene Mendez. I'm the Global Program Specialist for Rice Global. I work with students in all getting the information about this program as well as all pre-departure parts of this program for students. And we're here to talk about EEPS 234, Climate Change Economics in the Wine Industry being taught at Paris again next summer. And we're here with Dr. Sylvia D, who can introduce herself, and then we're going to start a slideshow to talk about the course itself and then a little bit about the program details. So I'll pass it on to you, and then when you're ready, I can start the slideshow.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Sylvia D. I'm an assistant professor in Earth, Environmental, and Planetary Sciences. I've taught this class once before, and I'm excited to tell you about it for this coming summer.
Great. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Just let me know if you can see it, please. Just to make sure. Yep.
Oh,
All right. So just a quick reminder, this is for Paris session 4, which is from July 21st through August 8th. We're just gonna, like I mentioned, talk about the course and then program details. And here is just a QR code that takes you directly to the course webpage, and that has the application and all this information that we're going to discuss today is all in that page. And I'll pass it on to you.
great. So this course is really designed to be very highly interdisciplinary. So it's taught by me, and I'm a climate scientist, as well as 5 other instructors who cover topics in geology, soil biology, economics, and also essentially sustainable supply chain management for the wine industry. So we're teaching you about environmental consulting, broadly defined, in a changing climate, but we're bringing in information from many different sectors. And then finally, there's also a machine learning and computer science or a data science component, merging geospatial data sets with some of the economic and climate change data sets that we'll be working with, and grapes, incidentally. So we know that wine has been grown in Europe and many other parts of the world for thousands of years by humans. And right now, because the climate is changing so fast, winemakers are experiencing large stressors on their vineyards. And this class is designed to teach you about how the changing climate is affecting wine production, using the wine industry as a case study for other types of environmental mitigation. So I'll just quickly talk through the 6 modules that we discuss in the class on the next slide. So the first module will introduce the history of winemaking in France and the different environments. There's also very specific laws in France that limit what types of grapes can be grown where. And so we'll teach you to use historical data and historical climate data to understand the depth and history of the winemaking in France. Then we're going to talk about a term called terroir, which is the land and how the land influences wine production. So this is everything from bedrock geology and soil and the minerals in the soil and how that affects the flavor and the quality of the wine. And we'll take a field trip to go and look at these conditions out in the field. The third module is about climate change risks to wineries. And so we're going to look explicitly at future climate change projections. We'll be using Python in the class in some short homework assignments to visualize climate and geospatial data. The fourth is the economic impacts and opportunities. So our collaborator, Dr. Matthew Yaton, who works at a business school in Paris, will be teaching you about all the financial challenges related to changing wine markets in Europe and in France specifically. We'll also have Dr. Guha Balakrishnan from ECE giving you about 2 days on statistical methods for merging different data types and machine learning to try to understand, for example, if we have climate change in a specific way in one region of France, what grapes might best grow there in 50 years. So we're really doing some predictive climate and geospatial modeling to try to enhance wine production across the country. And then finally, you'll be divided into 3 groups of 5, where you'll be working on a capstone project. And in this project, you'll have lots of time to work in your team, and also we'll be there to help you. And essentially, we'll give you one wine region in France as a case study, and we'll ask you to come up with a full mitigation and adaptation plan for that wine region to help them understand and adapt to the changing climate. We'll also go on a final field trip to talk with the vigneron or the winemakers to understand the challenges they're facing in each of those wine regions. Here are some pictures from our class last year. So these are from the field trips where we went out into the vineyards. We asked lots of questions of the winemakers for everything from pests to seasonal changes in rainfall to hail to extreme heat waves, all the different challenges they're dealing with, including how they store their wine and how they have to keep it at a very specific temperature. We also visited the Loire Valley. This is some pictures from our second field trip. And again, you can see the students from last year writing down lots of notes. We all took very careful notes about what the winemakers are dealing with in terms of their challenges and their ideas for solutions. So this is just an example of the kind of data visualization you might expect to see and to make yourselves. So these are summer temperatures, a probability density function, and in gray, it's showing 1951 to 1980, and then the last 20 years or so, 20 or 10 years, 2013 to 2023. So you're going to be working hands-on with climate data from the last 100 years and the next 100 years to try to understand how much hotter will it get? How much will rainfall change? So you will be managing all of the data science and all of the data visualization, and we'll teach you how to do that in this class. Finally, this is just a little map of the different regions of France where we grow wine. And this is another thing that the winemakers raised to us last year is issues with flooding. So I don't know if you are all aware of this, but Paris itself and regions surrounding Paris have been dealing with really, really severe floods almost every year, every other year for the last decade or so. And so obviously flooding of the vineyards is a really serious problem, but it's also a problem within the city of Paris. So exposing you to topics like extreme heat, flood, and drought is our goal for this course.
Great. Is there anything else you want to say about the course before we move on to the program details?
I would just say that we welcome students from all majors. Again, this is designed to be an interdisciplinary course. Our goal is to have you in teams that have expertise from many different disciplines. And no matter what you're interested in, there's always a space to work on environmental solutions. So please don't hesitate to apply or email me and ask if you have any questions about your preparation for the course.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Sylvia. I'll just quickly talk about the program itself, and then again, like you mentioned, any questions can be sent via email, so we're all happy to answer anything you may see today. Just some quick fast facts. This is Rice Credit. This is not a study abroad program in the regular sense with the study abroad office. This is, you register for this course and it's taught by a Rice professor in English, so you don't have to worry about those types of logistics. The other thing, this is a 3-credit course, so you'll get 3 credits in 3 weeks. There is also financial aid available for financial aid eligible students. And on top of that, our office also provides Rice Global Travel and Tuition Awards, whether you are on financial aid or not. So you just have to indicate that in your application. It's all in the same course application. Indicate your need, and we really try our best to help you to get to Paris. And so it's really nice to be able to do this in 3 weeks because you're able to also do other stuff during the summer. So since it's such a short time, and still get full credit. Again, this is during Paris Session 4, which is July 21st through August 8th. The courses take place at the Rice Global Paris Center, which is located in the Marais in Paris, which is a really hopping side of town. There's a lot of shops and museums nearby. You wouldn't even know this beautiful historical building is there, but we're lucky to have our campus there. Like Sylvia said, this is open to any Rice undergraduate who's taken at least one programming course. And there's other information there about the any anything that is needed for applying for this course. This is also all listed on the course webpage. Tuition cost is $1,800 per credit hour, and this is a 3 credit hour course. What that covers is housing for all 3 weeks. So we have residences in Paris, and you would all have your own apartment within that residence. You wouldn't have to share a room. You each get your own bathroom and your own small kitchen area. Also, all course set excursions and tickets are covered by this program. You get a Metro card for your time in Paris and 3 group meals and travel insurance. Like I mentioned, if you're already receiving financial aid, you're eligible to receive financial aid up to 9 credit hours a summer for 2 summers at 50% the tuition rate. What I do is I work directly with the financial aid office. As you're applying for these courses, I work with them and they let me know exactly how much aid you have available. So that's going to all be indicated in your award letter. And on top of that, if you do apply for either for a travel or tuition assistance in the application, that letter will also have that information listed on there. So once you're accepted how much you're getting. On top of that, Rice also has a lot of pockets of money that you can apply to if you need additional help, and I'm happy to talk to you about that if you want. Just feel free to email me at pariscenter@rice.edu. And lastly, the application deadline is January 31st. And I just also wanted to just take a look at the course webpage, which again, this QR takes you there. This has request information, which will link you to that email address. I'll have this recording posted here, and then you can apply right on this webpage, right where it says apply here. All the information we talked about is listed here. And on top of that, you can also find a link to the draft syllabus. So you can take a look at what the course did last year. And then if you go to student program page, this talks more about the program itself. This page will take you to see all courses taking place this summer. This FAQs page has information as a prospective student, like some of the stuff about aid and all these other things. And then once you're admitted, there's some information about pre-departure, and then once you arrive in Paris. On top of that, we do provide this travel guide if you're accepted into the course. It's a very comprehensive guide of all things Paris and safety and living in Paris and all that good stuff. So you do get a ton of resources. And we also have this student life in Paris page where you can take a look now about where you'll be living. So this video shows you what the residences look like, what the Paris Center looks like, some information about Paris etiquette, and some helpful French phrases. And that is it for me. So thank you guys so much for taking a look at this video. And Sylvia, if you have anything else, let us know. But if not, just please let us know if you have any questions by sending emails to pariscenter@rice.edu, and we'll be happy to help.
Sounds great. Yes, thanks, Irene, and looking forward to meeting you.
Thank you. Okay.